This video is brought to you by my latest book, How to Play Melodic Rock Lead Guitar, a comprehensive guide to doing exactly that, playing melodic rock lead guitar. This is not just some collection of scale patterns and tabs, although you do get plenty of those, but you also get an entire chapter on how to come up with your own licks, as well as video content, tutorials and demonstrations, loads of jam tracks, and all the way through I'm encouraging you to expand your fretboard knowledge and showing you how you can think in a more musical and melodic way. Check out the link in the description for more details. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. So, the title of today's video, the one finger rockabilly trick, what's that all about then? Well, essentially it's a little bit of chord substitution, the kind of thing that you normally associate with jazz, I suppose, and I kind of guess there's a reason why this cropped up in like rockabilly and rock and roll stuff. It gets used in blues and all over the place as well. But where I first noticed it, where I first figured out what was going on, it was in the context of, I think, the Brian Setzer guitar part way back in the early 80s when the Stray Cats were, quite the flavour of the month. It's all of the kind of seasoned session players and professional musicians who played on that 50s rock and roll stuff, they'd probably had careers up to that point as well, which, many of them had probably played in the genre of music that was popular in the 40s, which was, I guess, kind of jazzier sort of stuff, western swing and that kind of thing. So I think that's probably the roots of it. And the reason it's called the one finger rockabilly trick, or the reason I've called it that, is because it's really accessible and you can do it with one finger. Here's a demonstration. So that's the kind of thing you can do with it, and you can see I was just moving this first finger up and down, playing little minor triads on the top three strings. Obviously, you don't have to use that particular minor triad shape. There are many that you can use. Anywhere you can find a simple minor chord, three-note chord on the top three strings, you can use that shape there. But I thought, the one finger rockabilly trick just has a little bit of a ring to it, so that's why I thought I'd illustrate it in this context. Here's a little bit of an explanation about what's going on and why it works and how it works.
Here is the explanation.
Okay, I'll try and keep this brief. We're basically talking about a 12-bar blues here. So as well as in that sort of slightly rockabilly context that we heard this happening earlier, you can do this in any blues situation pretty much. And if you're playing a blues in D, like the one I was doing earlier, there's a D chord. One of the chords that you can sort of substitute for that D chord, or you can extend that D chord a little bit, I should say, you can get a D6, which is that, okay? And it's just basically adding that B note there onto the top of the D chord. And quite often you'll find blues players who just habitually will play, instead of playing a D chord, they'll play either a D7 or, in this case, a D9th. Like that. Quite a useful chord playing funky sort of stuff as well. Now, when I look at those two chords, I can see that in that D6 chord, I've got this little B minor triad here. And in that D9th chord, I've got this little A minor triad here. So, When I'm playing over like a D chord, I'll just try and simulate that by kind of thumping away on the D string as a bass note. I can play a B minor chord and an A minor chord and get this kind. Like that. So I'm playing a B minor and an A minor. It only takes one finger. That's all it does. And then you just transpose that to the other two chords in the sequence. So if you've got a G chord, let's play a G up here at the 10th fret, then I can make that into a G6th, which gives me this little E minor triad, and a G9th, which gives me this D minor triad. So over the G chord I can play the E minor and D minor triads, and then if I play an A6th, which I can do down here, you can see that, there we go, then I can see I've got an F sharp minor triad in there. And if I play an A9th, which would be up here at the 12th fret, I've got an E minor triad there. So there's the F sharp minor in the A6. Move that up to the 14th fret, just move it up an octave. I've got the F sharp minor and the E minor there. So for the D chord, I can play B minor and A minor. For the G chord, I can play the E minor and D minor. And for the A chord, I can play the F sharp minor and E minor. And you can strum them like that, or if you've got a little bit of, let's point the camera down, a little bit of hybrid picking or finger picking technique, you can go. And apply that to it, or a mixture of both. This works as a rhythm guitar part, but you'll also hear it, especially in kind of a rock and roll, rockabilly kind of context, being used, you know, as part of a solo. So there you go, the one-fingered rockabilly trick. Now you know what to do. Go away and have some fun with it. And as always, you'll find a full tab for that little tune at the top of the video in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it, that explanation you've just seen there, and the jam track to play along with, so you can try out the one-finger rockabilly trick for yourself, or maybe expand it, as I said, into some other little chord shapes. You're looking for just minor triads on the top three strings. Give it a go, it's fun. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description. As I'm sure you know by now, it's $3 or roughly £3 a month, and you get access to all of these additional goodies that go along with these YouTube videos. And of course, a massive, massive thank you to everyone who supports me in that, or any of the other ways, all of which are downstairs in the description. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Much appreciated. And that's it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this little video and found it informative and maybe even entertaining. Who knows? And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like as well while you're at it? Don't forget, of course, the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time. We drink beer and talk about stuff. Whatever crops up, basically. It's just beer and chat on a Friday. Great way to kick off the weekend, I think. I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.